The term precise positioning for the Pfaff Creative Icon 2 is amazing technology that can help you position anything to the exact stitch that you need it to be. You can use this for lots of different reasons. I'm going to go through quite a few of them. Number one, if you accidentally take something out of the hoop before the design is done, how hard is it to get this something back in the hoop and have it not be where it was exactly? Especially if you have outlines that need to finish up when it was all said and done. Or maybe you are doing machine quilting in your embroidery hoop and you've already quilted one section. You're ready to line it up for the next hooping. This is the exact way to find the last stitch that was on your fabric and be able to bring the new design to touch and connect with the last design. You can do this for everything. There's a few other things that you probably should be using precise positioning for, such as just where is the design going to stitch? So like location. So a lot of people ask well, how do I find the center of my design? I'm going to show you that is also in precise positioning. The sooner you can master this part of your machine, the easier it is to be able to literally hoop anything and hoop it crooked. That's always a term we use. You can hoop crooked and be able to embroider anything. Plus, we can use the camera to just double check that things are looking the way they should. But if you want to get to the exact stitch, you definitely want to skip the camera and go to precise positioning. So I am going to start with the design that is stitched in this hoop as just a quick reference for the first part that we're going to use. The precise positioning feature is not on the first screen, it is on the next screen. So go ahead and touch Stitch Out, and so you can get to where you're used to embroidering your design from. Right down here, precise positioning. Has the flower with the bullseye in it. All right, when you go in here, you have the ability to choose which stitch you want to see. If you just want to see the corners of the design, let's start here. This part will allow you to see the outside perimeter corners of the design. Now, when I touch the top left corner, the marker on screen has moved, that's the green one, and step 1 is showing what that means. It says move the green cursor to a point on your design that you want to match. Now you'll notice that the hoop and the needle is nowhere close to that upper left corner. That's because you need to touch the next step, and that's right beside it. So when I touch it, the hoop will move. So just make sure you're prepared. Your hoop's going to be moving all around. But now, this is where, in this section, kind of the activated point, step number 2, you can come around and see where your design is going to stitch. So back in the day when we didn't have all this fanciness, we usually had some way to trace around the perimeter of the design and even see where the center of the design is. That is all done on this screen with those 4 corners. So that's the first level of precise positioning. But if I had something that I needed to match up to, say, that exact corner of that leaf, that last exact stitch, I can actually go back to step 1, move the green cursor to a point on the design, and then usually this is where you want to zoom in. Now you can do the plus and start to zoom in here, but the easiest one is to go to zoom to, let's call that zoom to point or zoom to needle, and then move that cursor to be exactly over and even fine tune it exactly into position to be located where you want it to be. Then go to step 2, and the needle and the hoop move exactly to where that looks. Now you can tip the needle down and see, are you on the stitch that you want to be? So this is one way to check and see if you're where you need to be lined up or connecting to a previous design. And I'm going to show you a step where we're going to do this. And we could go look at another point. Like we can pick any point on this design and find just that. Just go back to step 1, maybe zoom out so you can see the whole hoop. Move that little green cursor. You can touch and drag it and then zoom in on it. That's the easiest way to do it. And then find the location and then zoom in or move the needle to the place to see if you're exactly where you need it to be. Now, if you're not, you can actually then use the arrows and move it to where everything needs to go. So that's a great way to get everything perfect. Now, if you touch OK, the design has moved to the new location. If you realize you moved it accidentally, touch Cancel, and it will cancel out any movements that you have. Now, there's step 1 and 2, which we've gone over so far, and then there's steps 3 and 4. Now, that is going to be, should your fabric be in there twisted or crooked or hooped crooked, which a lot of times that's what I do, is I just hoop it up, and then we go and locate where we want the design. I'm going to show you on a different example what we're going to do. But for right now, I'm going to just touch OK. And we're going to go back out of Embroidery Edit. I'm going to not remove the hoop. I'm going to just push Cancel and delete this design off screen for our next item that I want to show you. So I'm going to start with some letters. And I'm going to just go ahead and do my name, Sarah. And minimize the keyboard, close this down. Okay, so that is on my screen. I am going to be using a different hoop, a 240 by 150 Creative Master hoop. And that's what I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. In this example, I've gone ahead and drawn a diagonal line on my fabric, and I'm going to twist my name to go exactly in that location. But I need it to be exactly on that line, both at the lower part of the S and at the end of the very last letter. So I'm going to bring you in nice and close and show you how I can use precise positioning to get me exactly where I need to be. So did you notice I just left the design right there on screen? Don't do anything, just bring it in and touch, let's go embroider. Next, open up the precise positioning area of the design. Now I'm going to zoom in just a little bit because I want you to see that the very first stitch is somewhere in this lower part of the S, but not at the base of it, so not at the very bottom of the curve. So the first thing I want to do is I want to see a stitch that's on the bottom of that curve. So I'm going to move that plus and zoom in on that area. So I'm looking to position that green plus exactly at the base of one of those last stitches. That's step 1. So it said move the green cursor to a point in your design you want to match. Done. Next, go to step 2. Now here's a little trick, because right now I had you look at the screen for step 1. And on the first step, there's a little picture of a flower. And as you've seen in your machine, a flower means a design. So I always think of, when I look at step 1, I am looking at the screen. In step 2, there's actually a picture, an icon of a hoop. That means in step 2, I need to look, my eyes are looking at the hoop, because now we're going to position it on the hoop somewhere for step number 2. So that's my little cue of, am I supposed to be looking at the screen for this step, or am I supposed to be looking at the hoop for this step? That always helps. And when somebody explained it to me that way, I thought, oh, I got this. Okay, so first things first, I am going to zoom back out. And right now in step 2, remember, things move. So we're going to just move. We can do it by touching and dragging. We can also come in here with very small increments. Now when you look at how small the increments move, they are 1/10 of a millimeter. So if you just touch this and it doesn't look like you moved it anywhere over here, well, that's why. So I am going to zoom out just a little bit so I can see a little bit more of the design, because I want to bring it down to this line. So I'm going to just kind of get it close. And then I can tip my needle down into the fabric so I can see if I'm on the line or not. I am very close. I can just move it just a little bit more, and I'm moving it down. Now remember, we drew a diagonal line. So the next thing to do is to now use steps 3 and 4. And this is how this is going to look. Step 3 shows a picture of a little flower. So that means I need to be looking at my screen. Let's read the directions for step 3. Move the green cursor, which now I have another one, into a position I want to match within the design. So I'm going to again zoom in just a little bit, and I can see I'm kind of at the bottom of my letters here. Maybe just bring that down just a little bit and zoom back out. So the neat thing about steps 3 and 4 is that it is going to pivot on the last anchor point. So that's why I was choosing the point at the bottom of the S, because right now we're going to get this design. It's going to pivot. So now, once I go to step number 4, again, here's the hoop, and we are going to look at the hoop shortly, but I want you to look at the screen. Number 1, you don't have arrows in 4 directions. You have arrows in 2 directions. Now, I will tell you that honestly, I sometimes forget, if I touch the right one, is it going to go down or is it going to go up? So usually I just have to figure it out. Okay, so here we go. Remember, I drew the line on my fabric kind of up and diagonal this way. So what's happening at the hoop is the needle is moving up. And so what it's doing is we're looking for that angle. Now, we don't have to do any math, so don't worry about that. But we are going to be watching as the needle is pivoted up to the actual drawn line, and then we'll know our design is exactly on the line we drew. So I'm touching and holding the little arrow. I can also touch the screen and drag it, but I'm actually not needing to go very far. So sometimes I just kind of hold it and then just go a little bit and then release it. When I get close to that line, I'm going to stop, sink my needle down. And here's a cool thing on this machine. If you leave your needle down, but just of course not in the fabric, it will let you move. So just be responsible and not tip your needle into the fabric there. But as soon as you get it onto the line, exactly where you need it to go, you have now perfectly tilted or positioned your design into the location of where it's going to stitch perfectly in this spot. Let's go ahead and touch OK on the screen, and then it will move. Now, it doesn't look like it's starting on the line, of course, because the letter doesn't start it starts at the beginning of where the letter normally stitches. So that is exactly how it's going to look when you stitch it out. I've turned on the projection, so it's showing just the bottom part of that little S right there on the fabric, and I can see my design is perfectly lined up. Now I want to show you one more thing that I've used this precise positioning for, but honestly I use it all the time to just double check my work before I hit the start embroidery button. So I want to show you something I'm working on. This is a whole cloth quilt that I'm actually quilting block by block. And I'm pointing here because this was one of my alignment points. I had one up here. And as I connected one design to the next. Now don't look at colors. This was just my total sample test color concept to see if I knew what I was doing. But when I put my fabric on and I did use the magnetic hoop, I just laid it on there and then I moved the design into position until I had everything located perfectly. And then also because it was a magnetic hoop, I could actually move the fabric to the design, which was nice. But I always was using the precise positioning just to double check everything. And I could see, okay, was I going to be landing where I needed to be so that flower turned out perfect? Was I going to overlap too much on the edge? Was I going to connect where I needed to be? And before you know it, quilting, by the way, doesn't take a lot of time to stitch out. And so that's why it's so wonderful to try out a project that allows you to quilt your fabric in the hoop. So don't be afraid of it. You got these monster hoops that we can do this with, and watch for an upcoming online course in later 2023 where we're going to be showing you even more how to use your precise positioning feature on your Pfaff Creative Icon 2. For all the courses that are currently available, check out our links below this YouTube video. And if you're wondering which courses are right for you, you're welcome to email us at any time at info@sewingmastery.com.